here to open your minds, keep you open-minded, help your soul, help with limiting beliefs, and if you are on a spiritual awakening, this podcast is for you. Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope everybody's doing good. It's kind of been a minute since I did a podcast because I'm in the process of moving at the moment, and I'm on this really big spiritual journey, and I've been going through some things and trying to get this energy out and kind of going through the dark night of the soul / spiritual awakening process as well. The middle of my Florida trip to probably, I'm going to say about a week ago, I've been going kind of through this spiritual awakening, and now that I'm kind of like phasing out of it, I'm experiencing a lot of these amazing things. So this episode is going to be about spiritual awakenings, law of attraction, how to put your knowledge into, get your knowledge from every little spot on YouTube and the internet and books, and how to take a page out of each of those stories, because when you're on this journey, you want to learn a little bit of everything, right? Because you want to know what's going on with your body, you want to know what's going on in life in general, on the spiritual side of it. And if you're on a spiritual journey, or if you're into law of attraction, this episode is for you. Okay, so now that I got that out of the way, I kind of want to talk about a little bit personal and a little bit of the knowledge base of this episode. So I've been kind of going through a lot of different things recently. On top of, we are selling our house to move down to where I was in July into August. And it's funny because when this started to first happen, my mom messaged me while I was down there, and she was like, look for a house on Zillow or wherever you can to see what houses there are, what we can get and stuff like that. And I said, well, she didn't say we, but she said, just look for a house, basically. And so I was like, okay, so for who do I gotta look for? A place that is all ages? Do I gotta look for a place that accepts pets? Because we have 3 dogs and a couple fish too, but they're not coming with us. So the dogs are, but not the fish, because the fish isn't going to be able to be in the car for a couple days. But that's beside the point. Kind of going off track here. So I was like, for who? And she's like, well, for us. And so I started looking, we started researching, we started to kind of get into the feeling of what it would be like to move and get a house and stuff like that. So now our house is on the market. Well, it's under contract right now. And this happened when it first started happening, it happened in a week. It started happening fast. And, when it was going a little too quickly, it was like, whoa. So the first people, it was for all cash, and it would have happened sooner than November. And that fell through because I was kind of going through like a dark stage. So was my mom. She was like, I don't know if this is going to go through, blah, blah, blah. And so like our thoughts weren't really like believing that we were getting all these things. And so it was kind of manifesting into our reality a little bit. And so that contract fell through. So then we went on the other offers that were there. There were 4 offers. So we finally are back on contract again, same closing date and whatnot. And so everything is starting to move along. So yesterday we had the where the housemaster comes and he like investigates everything, and it's an inspection basically. He was inspecting everything, and he told us that we're good, and this is the most beautiful house in this area. And because he was here before we moved in and everything was updated. It was kind of gunky, and it was kind of like, the porch wasn't done, and Certain things were like kind of gross, and the bathroom was falling apart, and like my mom redid the whole entire house and whatnot. And then the same, like 20 minutes after he left, we got approved for the place that we're moving down there. So everything is falling into place and everything is coming together, because now our thoughts are in the right process. Our thoughts are, oh my God, this is really happening. We're really moving, and whatnot. So in the same time that the inspection came, we got approved for down there. And the housemaster just he wasn't even here that long. He was here maybe 45 minutes to an hour, and he just looked at everything and, did his little tests, and he said everything is perfect, everything's great. He complimented the house like 5 times. So now the appraiser is going to come in soon. So today I'm going to weed whack and, do a little cleaning, because it could be from yesterday to a week from now. It could be anytime this week that the appraiser is coming. Our realtor gets the notification usually the day before or the day before that, just to let us know what's going on. So I've been kind of going, in the beginning of this, I was going back and forth with my thoughts, and my thoughts weren't really in solid foundation. They weren't really solid on the ground, and neither was my mom's thoughts. And I said to her, listen, we got to start like really getting into this and really getting our thoughts in order and straight, because we need to feel like it's already in our reality. Our thoughts, we have like 60,000 thoughts a day. And we manifest whether we like it or not. So that's why it's always good to have our thoughts and what we say in check, because otherwise we're gonna create a reality we don't want. We want to create a reality that we do want. So I started scripting again. I started to get really inspired with tarot. I really started to get inspired with other things, like even with like witches and spells, and getting into my like child self, because you want to have fun, you want to play, and also our body is made up of water as well as blood and other things and cells. And there was a test done on water. I forget his name. He passed away now. If I get the information, I will put it in the show notes so you guys can look up the information. He, essentially what he did was he had water in 4 different containers, and he put, like little messages on paper of like thoughts of affirmations. And then he also used some for like really awful thoughts and like hate and distrust, and like that's just an example. So he put the intentions of the papers, he taped them on the containers of the water, and he put it in the freezer, and essentially he was like testing it to see if it crystallized different, because everything is a vibration. Water is a vibration. Our thoughts are vibrations. This microphone I'm using has a certain vibration. Our phones have a certain vibration. So on and so forth. So after time, he was looking at these waters that he froze, and the ones with love and a good life and good affirmations was crystallizing differently than the ones that had hate and nasty things on it. And so basically, if our bodies are made up of water and we have a certain vibration in us, our bodies crystallize differently. Our reality starts to become what that vibration is. So when you have love and when you have bliss and when you have fun and you moving your body, like you dance and stuff to certain music or whatever, we start to vibrate in that energy. And so, I started to dance more. I started to write more. I started to think different thoughts more. And the more I did this, the more things in my reality was coming to that energy and vibration. So my first tip would be to start to get your energy moving around. And what we're going to do on the first the new moon is we're going to put water in like glass jars. We're going to clean it up real good, and then we're going to put it in glass jars. We're going to put a bunch of our thoughts and what we want in our reality on the jar, and then we're going to put it in the windowsill, because the new moon is about new beginnings, and water has a vibration on it. So whatever intentions you put into that water, that's what it's going to crystallize and vibrate. So before we put it in the windowsill, we're going to take a little sip of it, and then we're going to drink out of it every day after the new moon. So that way, that energy starts to actually become us. So as soon as we started to really like put things into action and take the aligned action and put our thoughts into that action and our thoughts in a different vibration, we started to really see a difference. So now, literally after the new contract came on our house, a week later, the guy came, we got approved, for the house down there, and things like that. So everything's starting to move into the best vibration possible. We're starting to see things come into our reality that we really want. And my mom started to actually, before all this happened, she was starting to shop for like little knickknacks for the new house, like a home blessing type thing. And we're really getting into the feeling, talking about it as it's already ours, because it's our house now. This house is going to get sold, and we're moving into our new home. So my point is, you got to get into the vibrations of what you want in life. You got to get into that vibration in order for you to align with those things that you truly want, what your soul is truly calling to you. But first, you have to start cleaning out that negative shit. So my advice for that is to, if you have a bad thought about yourself or what's going on in your reality, script at night. Scripting is like the most powerful thing I've ever done. So at night, what I do is, even if it's like 5 sentences or a page, I flip a negative thought to a positive thought. Like, everything is unfolding in the most harmonious ways. This contract is going to go through. My business is booming. I'm making millions of dollars. I'm starting new beginnings. I'm moving into a new house. Like, things like that. You can come up with your own. Those are just general affirmations. You can use, I love myself. I'm beautiful. I'm helping millions of people, if that's what you want to do. I'm creating this amazing world. Everything is flowing to the way I want it. So scripting is one of the things that you can do. You can also visualize or daydream. Visualization for people is very hard to do, but I recommend it. You can also do lucid dreaming. You have to look that up, because I really haven't researched lucid dreaming so much yet. I'm not really into the whole lucid dreaming thing. But ever since I started this tarot journey of all the tarot readings that I watch, I pick the cards with my intuition, and this far, they have all been right for the most part. Everything that happens in those tarot readings has came into my reality. So that's another thing I would do, is get into some tarot. If, it's techniques aren't the things that actually help you. They're the tools to get you by, basically, to get your thought process better, to get your subconscious reprogrammed. So that's another tip I would do, is go into tarot. I actually have an oracle deck, a regular tarot, and now I'm getting another tarot that actually tells more of a story on it. And tarot is not about the definitions, it's about what you see on the cards and what the card is telling you. You know what I mean? So I might do a video on this as well, a more in-depth video, but like, these are just kind of like tools to help you get by with your thoughts, your vibrations, to get you into the right mindset. I'm also a mindset coach. I do help people when they're on a spiritual journey to get their mindset in the right position of what they want to create into their reality. So if you're interested, I do have a website you can go on. We can do one-on-ones. I currently do not have courses, but I might start doing courses on my Patreon. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. My YouTube is Ash Vlogs, Manifest Anything, My Spiritual Journey. So I'll be like the first person that comes up. So I have some videos on there about manifestation and stuff. So when I move to my new home, I'm going to start doing more videos on my spiritual journey. I'm going to do some shower routines on how taking showers really helps your energy, and cleanses your body as well. But these are some of the tools that could really help you. Get your mind into the right spot. Study a little bit of everything, like the positive stuff, spiritual, manifestation, law of attraction, the science behind it. Start reading. These things will help get your mind at a different frequency as well, because you're imagining these things while you're reading, while you're listening, while you're doing. And you're essentially putting your mind into a different time zone, a different zone, basically, and you're rewiring your subconscious mind, and it'll put your mind into like a, fictional, non-fictional type of thing, like you're in a movie almost. And that will help you too to get your knowledge up and really get your mind in a different spot. Also look into self-development stuff as well, because that will help you. Maybe money mindset as well if you're trying to manifest money. Think and Grow Rich, I've never read, but I heard is a very good book to get your mind into the money mindset. If you're looking into getting into spirituality, look more on the spiritual side. I mean, it's a broad spectrum of what you can look into, but all these things will help you with that 360 look in life. It will help you get into that mindset of these things are actually really into my reality, and then essentially you'll start to really believe, you might not believe it at first, but you're gonna start to believe, oh my god, yeah, this is my life, holy shit, I'm really living this, goddamn. When you're walking your dog, when you're brushing your teeth, when you're doing mindless things is when you really should fill up your mind more with the things that I'm talking about, because then you'll start to really feel good. You'll start to really just get into this amazing mindset, because I'm telling you right now, even though I had dark night of the soul, a spiritual awakening type of thing, and it was very dark in the beginning, now that I'm getting into this next phase of the spirituality and law of attraction, and there's just this next phase in my life, I feel like things are happening 20 to 50 times more than they were before. And I feel like a completely different person. 3 years ago, to me, feels like a million years ago. And that's how you're going to feel when you're on a spiritual journey and you're getting your mindset into a different plane. And time isn't linear. There's no such things as time. Our clocks don't mean anything. When you hear this message from a year from now, that's what pertains to you then. Okay? It doesn't mean that it's a timeless thing. So I really hope that these tips helped you, and if you're interested in one-on-one coaching on a Zoom call, you can go on my website, and we can really get into your mindset and what is going to help you. Everybody's going to be different because everybody has a different situation. Not everybody's going to have the same outcome or the same things that they want in life. So I will put everything in the show notes, and I really hope that you have a wonderful day, and I send you lots of love and light. Bye, beautiful people.